Welcome to a beautiful morning out here at the river house. And you believe it's the 1st of February and it is close to 50 degrees. It's insane. Dad's on his way up, and the goal today is to move some dirt and try some things. So up on top, we need to put some grooves into the rock to anchor the foundation, and then if it's possible, to direct some water, some runoff water, and send it to a collection point where we can remove it from underneath the house eventually. So he's bringing Grandpa, he was an avid rock hound and an old concrete plaster guy. His old demolition saw, and we're going to give it a try. Now, compared to the modern saws, it is very, very, very small and less powerful. But I think we'll be able to get an idea of how fast and how much it's going to work. I can rent one locally for $45 a day, or for a week they'll only charge me for 4 days. So we'll get some idea of what is financially the best option, whether I try to find one or, the fact that I can get it locally. If we could get this done in a long 3-day weekend, that's a no-brainer. I'll just rent one. Normally I can't get stuff locally. But then after that, we're gonna move dirt and set up, because I got to change the driveway. I got to finish that because the cement trucks will never make it up the hill. So I got all that rock that I scraped up, and we're gonna move that down the hill, put the new and improved dump truck through her paces. In preparation for all of this, in this 30-mile-an-hour windstorm we got going on, I have redneckineered a water system all the way to the top of the hill to run for the saw. My water pressure at the top from this poor bootleg pump down at the bottom is right at meh. But, those rock saws, it's not like they need a fire hose up there, just a trickle. So the fact that I can give it just a trickle is perfect. And I swore I had my big coils of hose up here, but apparently I don't. I'm sure no one took them. I must have, I don't know. And the little smaller hoses, just the junk hoses that I've got up here. Of course, the longest one is severed nearly in half somehow. God only knows how I did that at one point, because it was fine last fall. But I got it up there. And some of them are going to leak, but I got it up there, so we'll have water. Next, I need to go and relocate the old Jeep hardtop and bring the excavator down and restack that rock down there at the bottom. Down there at the bottom is clearly where the old rock mine was setting out their good stuff, right? Clearly stuff, the larger landscape rocks that have been set aside for sale. And to use that for road building material, which would be really good road building material, is stupid. So I'm going to move all of that. Where? I'm not sure. How I'm going to pick up and move the Jeep top, I'm also not entirely sure. It used to be I could get my back underneath of it and I could crab walk, but I was younger and dumber back then, so we'll just have to see. And then, yeah, I'll put fuel in the dump truck and, give everything a good old squirt of grease and hopefully get ready for Dad, which, as long as it took to get the water figured out, he's probably pretty close. So I had better get to work. Day 2. After the wind took the camera out, I never bothered to set it up again. I can't lose another camera out here. This would have been number 3. We ran cutting and jackhammering till we, oh man, just got the truck all dirty. Till we ran out of fuel and gumption, but till we ran out of fuel. And then we moved rock for the driveway until the rain made the road so bad that we couldn't get up and down it anymore. We tried chaining the truck up, but it turns out that piecing together a tire change from a crate of garbage chains purchased, not by accident. If I wanted the thing, I had to get the chains. So a box of just junk chains. I mean, we got a 3-railer on. It was a little too big, wrapped around a bit, and we managed to get enough pieced together to get the outside dual, but we couldn't get anything tight, and it was pouring down rain, and it was just god awful, and we just called it a quit. Today, sunny and dry, and we could run all day if we wanted to, but it is what it is. I've got fuel. I'll put 5 in the backhoe and 5 in the dump truck and fill it up again. I mixed up some fuel for the rock saw, though I don't want to use it today. I have pieced together the water system much more securely than I had it last time, so with luck we'll have more pressure up at the top and fewer leaks. But I went and attempted to install the shim on the upper roller, but the holes are too far apart. I got to go cut bigger holes, and I told Dad it was fine thread, and he picked me up some, and they're coarse thread, so I got to pick up 2 longer bolts. But other than that, it's been an okay day. I'm gonna head up the hill and just clean rock and boulder until I can't move anymore, and then I don't know, call it quits. Maybe fire up the water system and see if I can wash off the rocks, see if I have enough pressure up on top to do that. So we got a lot of stuff done, but it was miserable, and you didn't see any of it. This is what I got done on an arguably limited work day. I got it cleaned out up there, working my way down. So for a practical matter, we got to clean out down in there, and a beautification matter, clean off that bench, and then that pock over there.
I was able to get some water pressure up on top, but it was just a dribble. A lot of that is my hoses, because my hoses are, it's just a collection of garbage. So I've got 150 feet of new hose coming in the mail. I needed it anyways because this is a collection of garbage, and I'm hoping that if I use those, that I can get more water up here. I think there's just enough that I could run a pressure washer if I had to. This is what we accomplished with Dad. I know it doesn't look like much, but it was really just a trial or test run. So we found is we need to key the concrete into the slope. You know, cut in 4, 5, 6 inches. And the rest of it being on level doesn't really matter that much. But just make a keyway down in there in addition to pins. And I think that'll prove to be a positive outcome. Just lock the building to the mountainside. So we'll go across there and cut the key across these sheets here. Water disappears pretty quickly. I was glad to see that. So I won't have to worry quite so much. Anyways, I'm tired and I still got to go to work tonight, so I'm gonna head home and spend some time with the kid, because he was sort of guilt tripping me pretty hard about coming out here and working. And I pointed out, you come work with me, and he declined. So it's all right. We'll get her. It's a beautiful, beautiful night out here at the river house. The river is like glass.